Grand Rising, everyone. Hello, this is FBA Goddess. I am bringing you some information that I was just reading about, and I thought it would be something that would be good for me to use as my first video. So I'm going to go ahead and share. But before I do that, I did want to let you know of what I'm getting ready to share and what it pertains to, and that is if you remember the trial where there was a Florida father who um, killed his girlfriend and his daughter and attempted to kill his son by stabbing and burning him. But fortunately, he did survive. Um, Now, the father was convicted for what he has done. And now the son needed somewhere to go as far as permanently due to the fact that his father is now in prison and his mother is deceased due to his father. So for him to be able to have somewhere safe to go to, um, he would have to actually have a family. So there was a family that decided to adopt him, and I just wanted to share the story and see what you think. So bear with me while I share my screen. Before I do that, hold on 1 second. I have to do one other thing before I share my screen. With the story, I want to share my screen with something else real quick to make sure that I can continue to do what I do. So I'm going to share my fair use disclaimer. I'm going to give you that first. Then let me go ahead and share with you the story that I was speaking about. And here we go. Go ahead and get this started for you.
Was a horrific crime. Ronnie O'Neal
Sorry, guys.
murdered his girlfriend and daughter and tried to kill his son. But on the night of that tragedy, a guardian angel appeared in the form of a first responder and gave that little boy a second chance at life. Tonight, an incredible story of survival and a path forward through adoption. It's a story you'll only see here on News Channel 8.
Good evening, I'm Keith Kate.
I'm Jennifer Lee. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, we introduce you to the little boy who survived that horrific night and is now thriving with adoptive parents who brought him into their home.
News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson joining us now with his exclusive report about little Ronnie and how Ronnie's life has changed for the better.
Keith and Jen, during the trial, we were very careful to protect the identity of young Ronnie. He is a victim who managed to survive a horrific night, but now, with his permission and the permission of his adoptive parents, we are sharing his story and the story of how he came to his new family.
You will see who is the mass murderers.
It was a trial that captivated the Bay Area and the nation.
This whole entire case has been tampered with.
It began March 18th, 2018. Mike Blair with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office got a call to respond to a crime scene in Riverview. Blair has responded to hundreds of calls. This one changed his life.
There was a child being medevaced to Tampa General, but he was not expected to live.
Ronnie O'Neal III, accused of killing his girlfriend, daughter, and severely wounding his son Ronnie, insisted on acting as his own attorney. In one heartbreaking moment, he questioned Ronnie in court.
And how did I hurt you?
You stabbed me.
Ronnie III was found guilty of murder. But for Ronnie, now 12, it's important to him that we remember his mother and sister.
She was just a good mom.
Kenyatta Barron was back in school attending HCC, but still had time to play football with him. And Ronnie had his own special way of communicating with his disabled sister, Ronivia.
We did like a lot of things together. She was nice.
In the hospital, Mike Blair visited Ronnie as he recovered.
He kind of held onto my hand and as I left, and he said, "Could you watch a movie with me?"
At that moment, Mike knew he had to speak with his wife.
We were planning to go on a date night that night, and I said, "Hey, instead of doing date night, do you mind if we go watch a movie with this kid?"
Danielle Blair went to the hospital, where she and Mike
watched a movie with Ronnie.
I had already known that I would want to take Ronnie home with us starting that night.
But it didn't happen overnight. Not until they received one call asking if they knew anyone who could foster Ronnie. That call became their calling.
I was driving by our church when the guardian is asking, hey, do you know of somebody who can help us out?
Danielle Blair had prayed for this moment.
I started praying that God would soften Michael's heart and say, okay, yes, we have a place that Ronnie belongs.
Now Ronnie has a new family and 5 new siblings who've accepted Ronnie into their lives.
One of the best moms and dads. They take care of me.
It's become more than just a new house for Ronnie. It's a home. They even have a family mantra.
As it goes to the family, and it's, I am safe, I am loved, and I'm part of this family.
Remarkable people. The Blairs have 5 children of their own, and those children actually encourage Corporal.
All right, stop sharing. All right, so as you see, he was adopted by a loving family where he can be safe and not feel like he is in danger. That's great. I'm definitely all for that. He needs that. He deserves that. He does not deserve to feel frightened or anything of that nature, especially from what he went through. He definitely needs to have a home where he can feel safe and loved and not worry about anything that's going to happen to him going forward. So he does deserve that. I also believe that he deserves to be in an environment where he can learn his heritage, learn his culture, learn everything there is to being Black. And when he is in a home where there are no one in the home that is of the same culture, then it's very slim chance that he actually is going to grow up with that. And to me, as of right now, I do not think that's a good idea. Actually, I don't think that's a good idea because of the fact that there's been so much that has been kept away from us over the years, so many lies being told, history that we thought was history and really wasn't what we thought it was. Everything that we thought was true wasn't. Everything that we ever knew is not true. A lot of things, excuse me, not everything. Let me not say that as a blanket, but a lot of things that we know is not true. So therefore, when it comes to our culture, being Black, we need to make sure that we teach our children our culture and teach it to them correctly. Now, when there are people that are out there who are not wanting critical race theory to be treated, taught in the school, that right there is a red flag to me because of the fact that why don't you want people to know the truth? And if you are a child that are in a home where there's no one that looks like you and there's no one to teach you your culture, then you will not know those things that you need to know in reference to the true history of being a Black person and eventually you're going to be a Black man. So I do not and am not for adopting children and not being in their culture or their heritage, being able to teach them what they need to know. I do believe that we need to stop with the adopting of other races. I do believe that they do need to be adopted by someone that is the same race so that they will be able to learn their culture. Now, I did not say that I'm against adoption, so don't jump down in the comments and talk about, well, if they gave them a good home, so what if they are male, or so what if they're palm color or clear? They're a family and they're giving them a home. Who cares? And it's not about color. It's not about race. Everybody always throwing up race and color. It is about that. We live in a society where they try to deny that it's not about race. Everything is about race in the United States of America, because with the 3 Ks, everything is about race within this country. So when you say that it's not, why everything have to be about race, heck, this country was built on it. So there you go, there's your answer. So if you want to go down and put comments down there about whatever you want, have at it. I'm not going to read all of them. I will read some of them, but I'm not going to read all of them. Now, I probably will read some of them, but responding to a great majority of the negativity, I will not do because I don't like negativity. So I'm not going to do that. Now, I don't say that you can't do it. You go ahead and do it. I want you to do it. because I'm not, telling people not to express themselves as far as what they feel, because that is what the comment section is for, and I do want you to use it. All right, so there you have it. I just wanted to bring that to you real quick to let you see what has come of the little boy in the story. And it did turn out well, that he did survive and he's doing wonderful. He is in a safe home, but I just want to let you know and see who adopted him. And so that you will know that it has a great ending as far as him being in a safe home. As far as who adopted him, I'm not so sure. But anyway, that was the story for today and my first recording. Yay, it was my first recording. But anyway, if you would like to continue to follow me, that would be great. If you could, I would appreciate it if you would share, like, and also if you could, please subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. This is my first video and I am trying to go live, so I do have to have more subscribers. So if you could help me out with that, I'd appreciate it. If you do want more information, you can follow me on TikTok at FBA Goddess, also IG FBA_Goddess, and on Twitter at Brown Sugar. That's at BRWNSUGGAR on Twitter. Again, this is my first recording and I will be bringing a lot more information forward. But for right now, while I'm slowly bringing everything out and learning the ins and outs of doing this on YouTube, you can go over on my other platforms and look at what I have to offer on those platforms. All right, so until then,